Noisy pixel.
Kingdom Hearts is a series that has received entries for nearly the past 20 years. While it has largely been the story about traveling to various Disney worlds and saving them from embodiments of darkness, for all of that time we've had the god herself, Yoko Shimomura, in the driver's seat as the composer. Perhaps this has been long overdue, but Square Enix has adapted the soundtrack into a rhythm gaming experience in Kingdom Hearts Memory of Melody, and I'm thrilled to be here playing it.
Sora, Riku, and I wanted to see the world beyond our island.
The story of Kingdom Hearts Memory of Melody goes a little something like this. This is a rhythm game, there is no story. It's about the songs. The closest the game has to a story mode is your world tour option. In this campaign, you'll jump between worlds, playing 1 or 2 songs each, unlocking them for free play. Occasionally, the character Kairi will recap events of the previous games, but that's all. I'm no rhythm game aficionado, but I've played my fair share of musical titles, and this title has a very unique style and it looks fantastic. Kingdom Hearts Memory of Melody has a team of 3 characters who run on a track with some basic attack buttons. No, they aren't tied to any one character, but instead you will sometimes need to press 2 or 3 simultaneously. Additionally, there is a jump button for the lead, which can be held down to glide, and then there's an ability button, which can be used on crystals to unleash a fancy looking skill. This makes for a total of 5 buttons that can be pressed for prompts. It sounds quite confusing and can get extremely hectic on screen, but the UI is incredibly clear and concisely relays exactly what you need to do, thus making it an easy to pick up option for those less familiar with the genre. You can't remap controls, but you can remove directional presses, and free play songs have additional performer and 1 button modes. Performer adds extra prompts for you to press, whilst 1 button allows you to play through a song whilst pressing only 1 button. You begin with the classic trio of Sora, Donald, and Goofy as a playable team, but you unlock 3 others as you progress through the world tour. These teams are the Birth by Sleep trio, made up of Aqua, Ven, and Terra, the 358 Days Over 2 trio, my favorites, made up of Roxas, Axel, and Xion, as well as a Dream Drop Distance trio, which consists of Riku and 2 Dream Eaters, being a Meow Wow and a Komori Bat. These teams can all be leveled up, which will increase your survivability in the stages, and how many points you acquire. Points aren't a big deal though, as the main factor from your score on songs is simply how good you are on them. Not even the consumable items will have an impact on a base level. These items can have various effects such as healing your party, boosting your XP gain, drop rate, or making it slightly easy to hit perfect note. That's right, you get items and experience for completing songs. To be more precise, you get collectibles and synthesis materials. Collectibles are character profiles and fancy art pieces you can view in the museum, and synthesis materials are used to make more collectibles, consumable items, and more songs. It creates a neat gameplay loop that encourages you to keep playing and master the various systems. Picking out your favorite songs and playing along with them brings back so many memories, so I'd expect the same effect with other longtime fans. I even teared up playing Vector to the Heavens and The Other Promise. They're just so good! There are 2 other gameplay modes for songs as well, Memory Dives and Boss Battles. Memory Dives are set against music videos and replace your jump, glide, and skills with analog stick swipes, and Boss Battles will have the characters duking it out with the boss to a beat. Unfortunately, the Boss Battle songs feel underutilized. They're really cool, but there are very few of them, which spotlights the tracks they are missing. On that note, the songs included within Memory of Melody are some top class picks, until you get to Kingdom Hearts 3. The newest adventure in the numbered series was filled to the brim with fantastic tracks, and yet only about 8 made it into the game, most of which were the Disney World themes. There is also the inclusion of tracks from other games, but this comes up short with The World Ends With You only getting 1 of our 3 Kingdom Hearts mixes in the game. That's just me being picky though. The story actually does have a teensy bit more to tell, and it's more disappointing than anything. No, it's not that it's a tease for the next game or anything like that. You should have come to expect it. This franchise has been here for nearly 20 years. We see Kairi get shafted once again. She can't even narrate a recap of the Kingdom Hearts games in peace without new plot beats to prevent her from even doing that. You were so close with the Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind DLC. You were so close! After the campaign, if you want to let your anger out, just jump into multiplayer. There's also a local multiplayer mode, but you don't want to be disclosing your emotions to nearby people for them to exploit, so I'd be recommending the online. Online gameplay has an optional trick mode that, if turned on, applies a trick gauge. As you clear notes, you'll build it up and send randomized stage hazards to your opponent. But be warned, they'll be sending you some too. They can mess with the UI and obscure your screen, but they're much more amusing than annoying.
As they fought, Sora realized that his power came from his friends, not his weapon.
Kingdom Hearts Memory of Melody is an incredibly charming game that finally brings the stellar array of music from the series into the spotlight. Its various options and modes allow any Kingdom Hearts fan to enjoy. It doesn't completely make up for some of the missing tracks. Still, the memories that these songs hold are represented brilliantly by a competent and addictive rhythm system that you'd be hard-pressed not to love. Noisy Pixel is giving Kingdom Hearts Memory of Melody an 8.5 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. Noisy Pixel is a group dedicated to bringing you guys the best news reviews, previews, and more. Please stick around and look at our reviews online via the actual website, or watch our other reviews. I'm not gonna tell you to like and subscribe, I'm just doing that right now. What's more important though, what are your favorite Kingdom Hearts songs? There are some absolute bangers. I listed my 2 favorites. We've got Vector to the Heavens and The Other Promise. We can also throw down Sinister Shadows. That was a 1000 Heartless Battle theme, wasn't it?